Hi, it's Elaine from Penguin Place Crafts. It's Thursday. I didn't make a video yesterday. I worked half a day and my time management skills just went out the window. I kept, I should make a video. Oh, but I've got to get this going. I've got to get that going. The whole day just got away from me and I just never got around to making a video. I didn't have anything finished to show you. I have some ideas on the back burner, but this morning I have something to show. It's still early. It's only about 9 o'clock in the morning, but I finished something this morning. This is, let's get the arms down in the front and get him sitting. There we go. This is Tanner the Mini Triceratops, patterned by the Nicole Chase, in the colors that my granddaughter Aaliyah picked out for the Grand Ami venture. So I think I am down to 4. I need to make a fancy elephant. It's an elephant in a dress. The problem with that is one of the colors she suggested is a pink and green ombre. I can't find any pink and green ombre. There was one that I found. I thought I left it on the shelf here. Is it right behind me? I don't want to start another avalanche here. I don't see it. I'm going to have to do some more looking. Because for the elephant, she wants to have like a pink dress with a dark green ruffle, then a light green ruffle, then a pink and green ruffle. So I need to find a pink and green ombre. A little Bigfoot puppy, turquoise head, light pink body, blue and pink arms, red and green legs, brown tail, purple and yellow ears. That's a lot of colors. Fofo the Bull, and a Ballerina Kitty. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 left to finish. I have the yarn mostly for the gray elephant out there. I could make the elephant's body, but then the dress ruffles will have to wait until I find a green and pink ombre. All I need is enough for one row of ruffles. I probably only need like an ounce. Somewhere, I don't think there's a box for it. No, there isn't a box for it anymore. I had a box of just small cakes, balls, partial skeins of ombre yarn. I don't know where it went to. I keep moving things around in here. It used to be a box up on the top shelf, but it's not there anymore. So if I could find that, I might be able to find a pink and green ombre in there. But today, I think is going to be a day where I just try to do rotations, get to a little bit of everything. I'll do a little work on a current work in progress. I'll do a little work on my next Grand Ami venture project, which will probably be the elephant, unless I do pull out yarn for the little Bigfoot puppy. I think I already pulled the turquoise, and I have light pink for the body. I could start on the puppy, and then I wouldn't have to worry about getting the ombre for the dress right away. Maybe I'll start on the puppy. Maybe I will pull out the colors for the other two and have everything out there. I need to work on Etsy listings. Like, Tanner the Mini Triceratops has at least 3 siblings. I have this particular pattern made up. I know there's one I call Brick that is a dark red, I think with yellow, or do I call him Blaze? Oh, it's like a terracotta, I think, with yellow. I don't know whether I call him Brick or Blaze. There's one that's made up in ombre, and I think there's one that's made up in a sort of a color block. So I need to update that listing. I have a whole box of recent makes. I need to get those, like photographed, put them on Ravelry, put them on Etsy, maybe do an Instagram post about them. Just trying to stir things up again, get things going. I want to do a Palm Street purge. My craft shows, I don't really have room to display scarves and hats and gloves and all that anymore, but I've got a box of discount scarves. I've got a bag of scarves and cowls that I'm not discounting, but it's a bag full. Scarves, cowls, shawls. I've got a bag for hands that has gloves. I've got a bag for feet that has slippers. So I could clear up probably a 10-pound fiberfill box. Okay, most of you who do amigurumi, you probably know the size of a 10-pound fiberfill box. I could probably free up that much space in the closet where I keep my inventory if I got rid of that stuff. So rather than having stuff in like 6 different listings on Etsy that keep getting renewed every 3 months because the stuff hasn't sold, I want to see if I can do a Palm Street purge and clear the stuff out. That's scary. Yeah, it's scary. It's something new. But then, a few years ago, this whole YouTube stuff was new. And I have survived. I also have a design stuck in my head that I have been just like, I want to make this. Yeah, I think this is going to be really cute. I want to make this. And I just haven't gotten around to it because I want it to be sort of a small, oops, can't see the bottom figure, sort of a small item that I could work up quickly in one evening, like Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, Star Trek, have it done within that 2-hour frame. It would use up a supply item that I purchased but haven't used. I should do a video on that. I should do a video just pulling out a dozen things where I went and I bought something because, yeah, I'm going to make this. I bought this because I'm going to make this. And it still sits in the closet, in the supply box. Yeah. I could think of 3 off the top of my head right now. And I'm sure there's 4. Yeah. Okay. There's an idea for a video that... But of course, there's, with all the moving stuff around in the room, I have a blank sheet of paper here, but there's no pen to be seen anywhere. Well, there's a permanent marker, but I don't want to write a permanent marker. Okay, I'll remember it when I edit this video. And then I'll have to stop editing and get out my day planner and start writing down, okay, this is in that closet, this is in that closet. I just thought of a fifth thing. Yeah. Oh, only that one I didn't buy. That was given to me. Someone saying, could you use this? Oh, yeah, I could use that. It's probably been 5 years. I haven't used it. I think 2026 might be the year when I just start clearing stuff out a bit. Just, okay, let's get some more stuff out of here. Let's finish up this. Let's use up this yarn. And yeah, I saw this morning. Let's see if I get this here. See, spot right there. The sun is shining from the south, and I kept closing the window, the blinds, more and more to try to keep from having like this glare on my face. And I saw this. It's full of mostly purples. There's some blue in there. There's some magenta. One looks like pink. There's a great big blue fluffy yarn in there. I think I am going to empty this out into a tray, wind them up as little cakes, and make this my next scrappy challenge. How many projects? A lot of these balls are pretty small. That's probably 4/10 of an ounce. Oh, that's got a ball of yarn attached to it. Okay, I thought that was just a little. So, there's a tray. There's the bin. That's going to become the next scrappy challenge. What do we call it? The scrappy, it's from Animal Crackers. Animal Crackers. The Scrappy Animal Crackers Challenge doesn't sound like it rolls off the tongue. The Scrappy Can, short for canister. Scrappy Can Challenge. Okay, there we go. I just found myself a challenge. That's going to give me something to work towards. It's if I don't have enough to work towards with Etsy and the blog and the Grand Ami Venture, and Christmas is coming, and I have a puzzle proofing assignment, the flippy one. Oh, sometimes I think it was like 60 pages, so 30 something pages, 31 pages of paper, I think, to print it. Sometimes I think it would have been worth it to just reprint this thing the right way so that I'm not constantly like flipping things over. I'll survive. I will stick with my cheapness to the very end. So I did rearrange things a little bit here in the craft room. I brought in one of my 6-foot tables. So I'm like crammed next to a 6-foot table here. Usually I'm a little further over that way. I think that will give me, when I do the Palm Street Live, more surface area to have the items that are going on the live video right by me to grab. It will give me more room for sorting things out when I am sorting stuff like patterns. It does limit my access to these shelves here and the metal shelving unit over in the corner. But I can always pull it out, scoot in there, and then come back out again. So the smaller 4-foot table that I had in here before is in the other room where I have my metal grid, because it is so much easier to wrap the pallet wrap around the metal grid if it's on a table. And that table has telescoping legs. So right now it's down at the lowest setting. So if I wanted to walk around it and wrap the grid, I wouldn't have to bend at all. I could just walk around and then stand up a little taller and then like flip it and go like this for the top row. Boom, it's done. So I have one more show. There's a local mall that's doing Friday and Saturday shows. It's $50 for the show. And I don't know if I want to risk that to go do a show in early December. I was watching the weather forecast and they say it's going to get colder and colder over the course of the next few weeks. And we could be getting some snow. I do have the one show lined up that's only maybe 8 miles away. The last time I did it, I was able to pull like right up to the door and get my stuff in. And this time, they're pretty strict about only bring as much as you can put on your table. You'll be asked to remove anything that does not fit. So I'll have my grid and maybe 1 or 2 extra bags that I can have under the table. So if somebody's, oh, that's a cute dinosaur. Do you have any more dinosaurs? Yeah, I do. So I was thinking of taking dinosaurs, lizards and geckos and axolotls and dragons, if I can fit them all in one bag, and cats and dogs. Oh, that's 3 bags. But 3 bags would fit under an 8-foot table. Yeah. So I would just have like, take the grid in and then take in the 3 bags and I'm loaded in. If I go to the mall, I don't know how close to the door I could get. The last time there were a lot of people trying to get in at the same time, and I had to park like pretty far away and walk back and forth, and it was snowy and cold. And I'm getting old. I don't do well out in the snow. So I'm going to give Palm Street a try and see if maybe I could start doing Palm Street on a regular basis to fill in the winter months for shows. So that is that. Just the one little cutie. So hopefully today I can finish up another little cutie, get one step closer to finishing up the grand Ami venture before Christmas, when I'm going to give my granddaughters each a little coloring book and say, here's your assignment. Color in these pictures. Have mommy or daddy, take pictures of your pictures and email them to me. Or you can give me the book back. And I'm going to make the stuff in your colors that you chose. So I still have to work on those coloring pages. I still need to select which patterns are going to be in those coloring pages. I sort of like some of them that I did for this challenge. I mean, like Tanner's going to be on there because this is one of my favorite patterns to make. I was thinking of the Ankylosaurus, but that is a more detailed pattern. That one takes me, that's like a day and a half of work, just because, it's not sitting down and working solid for a day and a half. It's like 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. I do tend to bounce around. I'm easily distracted. Like right now, over to the side, there's a bin that has eyelash yarn. I see gold, I see purple, and I'm thinking, I could use that to make a hedgehog. I think I've got some tan yarn out by the chair. I can make a hedgehog. It's like, you know how many other projects I've got going right now? How many other ideas? I don't need to be distracted by that. Oops, don't. Yeah, there we go. Just kicked the bin back into the milk crate that it's in, so it's not quite so obvious. So it's not quite so distracting. I'm getting silly. I think that means I need to finish up this video and get to work. Yep. First thing I'll do is go get my dinosaur bag. It's a blue vinyl bag. It's got dinosaurs in it. And I will get pictures of this guy. I don't know what to call this. Okay. I'm calling this guy Gavin because it's from the Grand Ami Venture. This is Gavin. And I know a young man he used to go to our church named Gavin. And he's a fine young man. So naming a dinosaur after him, hopefully he would be honored. So Gavin will go onto Etsy with his siblings. And then maybe I'll go sit in my chair for a little bit, work on a project, do another puzzle, and work on my to-do list. I'm going to get stuff done today because tomorrow I work again. Only probably about a half day. I just need to update the bulletin and print it out. And then I don't think I'm going to do grocery shopping. I think I'll come home and try to figure out something from what we've got on hand to make some dinner. Because I just went shopping. Was it Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday, I think. And I went to 2 stores and I got a lot of stuff. And the fridge is still pretty full. And we have the basics. So I don't think I'm going to go shopping on Friday. We'll work around it. But then by the time I get shopping next week, I'm going to need a lot. And we have a very exciting event this weekend. My 3rd granddaughter, the one who's local here, is going to have a violin recital on Saturday at 4 o'clock. So we're going to go out and watch all these violin students doing the recital and just have that proud grandparent moment. My daughter sent me a video. They have been practicing where she plays the accompaniment on the piano and sort of coaches like, start. Yeah. And she's doing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Stars. Like, do, 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 do. You like my violin invitation? It's just adorable. And then at the end, she puts her violin down and takes a little bow. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. So looking forward to that on Saturday. Yay, I have something to look forward to. And this Saturday, what is this Saturday? It's 22nd and 23rd. There were a couple of different shows that I was thinking of doing, hoping to get into. And it just didn't work out. And that's good because I'd rather be at my granddaughter's piano recital. Not piano. We went through piano recitals. We went through lots of piano recitals. We probably went through 20 years of piano recitals with the same teacher. Three daughters. So the youngest started, I think, at 5 years old. And then, no, the oldest started at 5 years old. And then by the time she aged out, She had a 13-year-old sister, so we went for a few more years with her. All three girls play piano. I tried. I was taking lessons for a while, but I didn't practice every day. Practicing every day just... I tried when I was a teenager to take music lessons, and same thing. I just didn't practice every day, and I didn't have parental, like, you need to do this. I didn't have the enforcement of my parents saying, you need to do this, you need to do this. Like, I was always on my kid, up. You didn't do your piano lessons. You didn't do your piano practice today. And they eventually did it without being told. But I let a lot of stuff slide because there wasn't, we had sort of a free range household when I was growing up. So there wasn't that, did you do this today? Did you do that today? Yeah. I can still work on that. I can still work on developing the discipline, making myself a list of stuff I need to do and getting it done. It's not too late. Can't give up on myself. So you know what I need to do? I need to stop talking and go get stuff done. So, bye-bye.